actually how to play Arizona at Kings Leon, I'm going to be kind of looking down. My board's kind of facing this way, and you're this way, and my amp's over here, so we're going to be bouncing around a little bit, but just because my room's a little small. But we're going to make it work. So we've got the same settings that we've kind of had before. Right now we're going to start on Caleb's part. So we're just going to keep those same, basically just the reverb settings and like your tone knob here. Like I said, tone knob, you kind of have it, I just kind of back it off maybe that much or so. Just to take a little bit of the highs out because we're on this back pickup here. We'll be on this pickup here. Looking around. So, alright, first to start off, you've got, it's basically just these two shapes. You got this shape right here, and then you've got this shape. And then you just slide them up and down the neck pretty much. So I'll play it first, and then I'll kind of talk through what I'm doing. Alright, so that's one way around. So the first thing we're going to play is we're going to have our, you can play with whatever finger you want, but this is the finger I like to play with, our ring finger. Our wedding band finger, we're going to put it on the A string on the 7th fret. So you got A string, 7th fret. And then we're going to take our middle finger and we're going to lay it right up under it on the D string on the 6th fret. And then we're just going to play the top 3 strings here. So we're looking at these 3. So that's your first shape, and then you're going to slide that up. Watch here. You're just going to slide that up to the next, to this finger right here. Your ring finger is going to slide up to the, what was that, 9th fret, and then this is where we're going to bring in the other shape, and your middle finger is going to go to the 7th fret. So it's going to look like this. So if you can see that. Still playing the top 3 strings. So right now I got. Okay. And then the next chord shape, we're going to just slide that up a whole step. Slide that keep the same shape and just slide it up a whole step. Then we're going to go back to the first shape and go up a half step. And this is kind of where you just stop for a little bit. You go. So you go like that. And we'll talk about the right hand a little bit in a second. And then you go down to you're going back to this shape, the shape where you skip a fret in between. And then you are at the 4th and 6th strings with that on this ring finger on the A string on the 6th fret, and then your pointer finger on the D string on the 4th fret. So you're looking at that, and then you just slide that up kind of like we did up here. You're going to slide it up a half step to where you started, and that's your first chord shape back again. And so for the right hand, if you want to watch, this is something you're just really going to have to look at the play with a song. Just play with it over and over again as soon as you get the shapes right, and then just get your right hand. Just listen to it and get your right hand right. So what we're looking at here is, so I got my first shape, and you're just kind of looking at. So he's kind of using this top E string as kind of like the. Just kind of using that as your rhythm a little bit. So we got. And that little rake that I'm doing a lot of times, I don't know if Caleb does that or not or what, but it sounds good to me, and it kind of sounds like the record. Sounds like it kind of rakes down on it a little bit. So I like it better than sounds cooler. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that part. So we'll just play that one time through. So yeah, that's Caleb's part right there. Okay, we're back. We're gonna take a look at Matthew's part real quick. I was thinking about trying to loop Caleb's part and play Matthew's part over it, but I realized that the looper I don't have my looper here with me, and so the only looper I really have is on my DD7 delay, and I can't have my delay and loop at the same time, so that's not going to work out, but we'll just kind of keep it in our heads, and like I said, you can play over the album, and that'll really be what helps you. So just kind of imagine it going over that's kind of part that Caleb's playing, or that Caleb's playing while Matthew plays over it. So what we're gonna do to get to Matthew's part, we're gonna flip to our front pickup and stay on this pickup up here. We're gonna cut a drive on a little bit. We're also gonna keep the tone backed off a little bit. I kind of like that. Get our tempo going on our tap for our delay. So we got that going. Got tempo watching. I'm watching it. And so basically what we're going to do for this part is it's really simple, typical Kings of Leon little lick. A lot of their stuff sounds pretty cool, but it's really stupid easy. So you got your first finger, take that second fret on the B string. That's the first note. And he's going to kind of bounce off of the 5th fret, still the B string, so it's going to go like... So we're going to have it off the 1st string, the 5th fret, and it's going to go... And then we're going to slide that up. So you got that... Slide it up to the 9th fret. And then we're gonna that same kind of we're gonna do that at the 9th fret with a so we're gonna do that same kind of so we're doing from the 10th fret is that little pedal note. And then you're going to slide up from the 9th fret to the 12th fret. And then to finish the little lick off, the little lead line off, you got your 5th fret and your 7th fret. You're going to play, I'm going to cut my delay off real quick so you can hear this a little bit better. You're going to play I'm going to play it really slow for you. You're going to play the 5th fret B string, and then the open E string, and then the 5th fret, you're going to play the 5th fret B string, fret B string, and then the 5th fret or just the open string E string, and then back to the 5th fret B string again, and then you're going to come up to the 7th fret B string and bend it up while you play the open E string too. So you get that cool little pedal kind of steel sort of note, kind of southern sounding note really. So you got so I'll put it all together and it goes so that's one way, that's one time through. The little lead line, he'll play the lead line, I believe it's 4 times through, pretty much in between each little break there. And instead of on the second time through, so you'll go there. So that'll be 1. On the second time through, instead of going down here to the 5th and 7th fret, you're just moving it up an octave to the 15th and the 7th fret. So you're going. So we'll cut the delay back on and play it a little bit. But so that's how you play Arizona. That's pretty much the basic part. You can, if you can figure that out, you can put everything else together in the song, and you could learn to play the whole thing just with the knowledge you know from those few parts. So yeah, you can also get all the effects. You can check out the effects at boutiquepedalfinder.com. You can try them out. You can rent them. You can check to see if maybe that works with your rig. Like for instance, I make this little overdrive distortion OS2 thing from Boss work out with my rig right here just for practice wise. But it might not work with you. You might could try something else. I really like the Moonshine. Like I said, it's a great pedal. As far as delays, there's a billion delays out there, and you can love all of them. Timeline's a great delay. The reverb over here, a Flint's another great reverb. I like that one. I like tremolo too. The Flint also comes with tremolo. Probably going to get one of those real soon. Also, the Micropog that we kind of reviewed in one of our earlier videos. Great pedal. Didn't use it on this demo, but used it a lot. It's a good little tool to have to get you different sounds and to open up your repertoire a little bit. So yeah, feel free to subscribe and check us out on our website, boutiquepedalfinder.com. Thanks, y'all.